certain people for free. You wouldn't even donate to my channel. But a lot of y'all go to these other YouTubers and you'll support them. But I guess you don't value me enough. I guess I ain't big enough. I guess you don't like me like that. You wouldn't donate to the super chat. You wouldn't donate to the PayPal. You wouldn't donate to the Cash App. And then a lot of y'all like to play with my mind like this and make me think you gonna support me. Oh, I'm gonna support you when I get a job. Oh, I'm gonna support you when I move to this new house. Oh, you ain't gonna support me, because if you was gonna support me, you would have supported me. But see, my support don't come from you. My support comes from God. My promotion don't come from you. It's not determined by YouTube. My it don't come from the east or the west. It comes from Almighty God. And a lot of y'all, I was getting a lot of YouTube video views when I was out there homeless and struggling. A lot of y'all was pulled up and had a front row seat because you like to see me like that. Oh, what's she gonna do next? Oh, I wonder, is she gonna get killed out there in the streets? I wonder, is she gonna get beat up? I hope she do get beat up out there. I hope she do get robbed and raped out there. I hope she make a video about it. I hope she go live and have a big black eye. And some of y'all was so disappointed because that video never did show up on your timeline. Huh. You was upset. You was so disappointed. Cause God so helped me to survive that. And I guess y'all was hoping, I ain't gonna send her no money, cause I ain't gonna let her eat no chicken wings with my money. I ain't gonna let her get no car with my money. She can keep on riding the bus. I ain't even gonna send her no money to get her a bus pass and help make her life a little bit better. I like to see her struggling. I hope she can't even ride the bus. I ain't gonna send her no money so she can buy her a wig or some makeup or some gas for that car. You know what I'm saying? You know how satanic people think and how they talk and how they do. You know how they are. And I can imagine every time I uploaded another video. That's why they were there. They was hoping for the worst. And they hate to see God building me up and protecting me from my enemies. They like to see my downfall. And then when I would talk about something bad or detrimental happening to me or unfortunate, they like that. A lot of y'all satanic folks, y'all like those kind of videos. But when I talk about the goodness of God and all that is done for me, y'all don't like that. Y'all don't stay long for that. Y'all gotta click off. Y'all don't wanna engage me on that. Y'all don't have no comments about that. Y'all don't want to share those videos. Oh no. But if it's something real terrible, you got to send that to another troll and help them and hope that they'll make a video about it and reshare it on their channel. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how satanic work. That's how they do. And so many times I've thought about just deleting my Facebook page because I have did quarterly reviews. And I asked myself, what sense does this make for me to keep this page up when a lot of these people, just like my YouTube channel, and I wish it was a way for me to delete all of these people that subscribe to my YouTube channel. I got over 12,000 people, and most of those are trolls. And YouTube has sabotaged the numbers. It's been 12,000 for the last 12,000 years, and more people are subscribed to my channel, but the number is staying the same. The game is rigged, and I'm okay with it because God knows the truth. And in the end, God's people win. So I'm gonna go through the process, and let God be God. Because I know the truth. It don't even matter what the satanic people doing to elevate other people while you're trying to suppress me. At an appointed time, God gonna raise the standard, and the truth will be revealed. So I'm not even worried about that. I'm gonna be patient while everybody else is impatient. I'm gonna be patient and let victory be my name. So in the meantime, I've been doing some quarterly reviews, right? And I said it don't make no sense for me to keep this page up and I'm just constantly posting and posting and posting and doing lives on the page and don't nobody show up. And then when they do show up, they only show up to see if I'm talking about something messy on my live. And if I ain't talking about nothing messy on my live, they not interested. Because these are some satanic people. They want me to talk about something messy and something ungodly. They want to hear the cuss and they want to see that I'm fighting with somebody and I'm tearing somebody down and tearing something up. They don't want to see nothing holy and righteous and decent and orderly. They don't want to see that. They don't want to hear that. These are satanic folks. And then I see on Facebook, Facebook lets you see how many people is showing up on your live. I see some of them come in, they just listen for a little while. If it ain't nothing interesting, they come out. They get out of there. Cause they wanna see it popping. They wanna see me get naked. They wanna hear me talking about sucking some DICKs and getting pregnant by a stranger and going and getting Section 8 and hustling and scamming and doing all kind of unrighteous and awful things. That's what they want to tune in for. This is a society that we have come to realize. Unfortunately, this is it. As Michael Jackson would say, this is it. And God says, I'm in it, but I'm not of it. That's the difference for me. So right now, I'm in the process of evaluating my social media as it relates to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. If it don't make dollars, it don't even make sense. But then I said, the other side of me is saying, well, somebody want to hear. Somebody is not being exposed to the voice of reason. And I do consider myself the voice of reason in a world where everybody is talking about satanic stuff and ungodly things and unrighteous things and things that are nonsense and anything goes, anything that's disgraceful. That's what so many people gravitate towards. Anything that's gonna tear you down and not build you up. That's what a lot of people are gravitating towards. It's not common to have a sense of self. It's not popular to have a spiritual compass. It's not popular to talk about things that have substance and strive for decency and order and call things out that are not noble. The total opposite is what's popular. And a lot of people want to be popular. A lot of people want to gravitate to the crowd, to the masses. They want to be included in the garbage. because they don't have a sense of self. So no matter how satanic all of that is, that's where they want to be. Over there in the garbage. Because the garbage is popular, right? It don't smell good, but they'll hold their nose and be right there in the garbage. They want to be trending. They want somebody to call their name. And whoever's popular and whoever name is hanging up on the social media pop charts, oh, that's where they want to be, because that must be where it's at. Since this person's name is ringing and everybody's going over there, that shows the stupidity level of a lot of people. But you got a choice. You got a choice. You got a right to be stupid and make stupid choices. That's up to you. But as for me, I want God to keep me different. If everybody's doing it, I don't want to do it. And I have made peace with that. The more I look around at this current culture, the more I evaluate the status of this society, I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want nothing to do with it. And yet I have to exist in it until God calls my name and takes me out of it. I don't want nothing to do with it. And I'm okay with not being popular. I'm okay with not being trending. I'm okay with a whole lot of people not showing up to my lives. A whole lot of people not sharing the videos. A whole lot of people not having a comment and contributing to the topic. But even with that being said, a lot of y'all still tune in. This ain't where you want to be, but this is where you continue to go. Make it make sense. So even though you like the garbage, you keep on coming over here to where the garbage is not. So you're straddling the fence. You having a double mind, and God says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Not some of his ways, but all his ways. And you got the right to have a double mind and be unstable. Well, but why would you want to be? Why would you want to be? You got a choice to be that, but why would you want to be that? But because you prefer the garbage, you also know that the garbage don't make you feel good. But at the same time, it do make you feel good, but it's an artificial, synthetic feeling. But when you come over here, you know that I'm going to say something that makes sense. Even though you rebel against things of that nature, you still know that I'm going to say something that's going to make sense, and it's going to help you in your compromised state of mind want to be better, but you still going to struggle with that choice that you got the right to make. And I know why a lot of y'all come over here, because you haven't had any parents. You haven't had any parents to give you structure and tell you and teach you these things that I talk about. You haven't been raised with us in a solid foundation in a community that has decency and order, guidance and direction. I know why you come over here. Because you're not used to the voice of reason. You're not used to unpopular opinion. You're not used to uncompromised and unapologetic and an uncensored opinion that's unsolicited. You're not used to that. You're not used to somebody thinking outside the box and being different and not caring what nobody else thinks, say, or do. You're not used to that. You're not used to somebody not being ashamed of where they come from and God cleaning them up and making them better. And the best is yet to come, and they doing whatever it takes to sacrifice and move towards better. Even though they fall down, they still do the best they can while they down, and then trust God to help them get up and get up and keep going and keep going and keep going again and again and again. You're not used to that. You're not used to people showing you the good, the bad, the ugly, and not being ashamed of it. You only used to a lot of these people on social media showing you the one side, the good side. They don't show you the struggle. They don't talk about their past. They don't talk about their downfalls and they weaknesses. They only show you the good. They only show you the illusion. They only show you the falsehood. Some of them are living a lie, but you don't care. You don't care. You're going to support them no matter what. You don't care if it's a fairy tale that they have created for you. You don't care. You don't care how loud and raggedy and run down and how they tear other people down in the ground and how they ain't building nothing or nobody up. Not even themselves. You don't care nothing about that. Because they popular. They are the trend. They set the standard of society. And when you feel the pulse of society, it's on its deathbed, but you don't care. You don't care. You willing to go and send flowers and sit on the side of the bed of the deathbed and just wait and hope for the best. That don't even make a lot of sense. But that's what how a lot of you exist. You know it's terrible and detrimental for a lot of these people who walk around junkies and addicted to drugs. But you support them. You still cheerlead for Snoop Dogg, Lil Wayne, Wiz Khalifa, and all of these celebrity junkies and dope heads and the people who are addicted and pushing drugs and prostitution and other illegal and satanic activities. You are their number one fan. You share their videos. You share their posts. No matter how disgusting the shade room is, all they share and show is naked females and exploit the female anatomy. And then every now and again, they'll sprinkle a little bit of conscious information about black empowerment, or George Floyd got killed, another black person got killed, but then the next post will be about somebody twerking and shaking their ass. And that's the majority of their posts. But y'all support that. Y'all support all that trash. And help them get their numbers up, and help them get all the sponsorships and endorsements, and you make all of that trash so lucrative. And it's all about chasing the bag. Ain't nobody chasing God, but everybody chasing the bag. Only the things that you do for God is going to last. How many people had the bag and they still died with COVID-19 kissing them on their lips goodnight? And what good was the bag? And a lot of people still going to get COVID-19. COVID-19 ain't packed all its bags and left the building. COVID-19 is still around, but y'all done let the leadership influence you and brainwash you and trick you into thinking, oh, it's okay for you to take your mask off and go shake hands and kiss and go to the club because you love the club. You love the club. You pack the clubs out, but you won't pack them church buildings out. You support the club. You don't know what the owner and the operators of the club is doing with all that money, and you don't care. But when it comes down to supporting these churches that you love to beg from, when it's time for you to support your own responsibilities as it relates to your children getting backpacks and book bags and pencils and paper and uniforms to go back to school, you don't want to support the church, but you want to beg from the church. And then when it's time to support the church as it relates to tithes and offerings, I don't know what that preacher gonna do with my money. I don't want him to drive no Bentley with my money. I don't want him to be driving no private jet with my money and going on vacation with my money. But you don't mind the club owner, the nightclub owner, and the liquor store owner and the drug dealer to go and do whatever they want to do with the money. You support them, but you don't want to support the church, somebody that's going to help you save your soul. But you're going to help the people that's going to help you compromise and lose your soul. Make it make sense. You don't know what Walmart doing with your money, but you go there and buy them pillars and flat screen TVs and whatever over and over and over again. And they don't even support your community. But you keep on going there, make it make sense. You don't know what them beauty supply stores is doing with your money. And them chicken wing places and them shrimp fried rice places, them Chinese stores and them Chinese stores that own them nail shops and all them other shops. You don't know what they doing with the money, and coincidentally, they don't even give you nothing back to your community to help you operate and run your struggling community. But you don't care what they doing with the money. But you scared to get a preacher some money. But you're not scared to get a Chinese no money. You're not scared to get Walmart no money. You're not scared to get Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Fendi, Prada, all them places that you can't even afford. You don't care what they doing with your money. Make it make sense. And the leadership is complicit in all of this hood rat society. The dumbing down of the brain of so many people in this society. Because they made you be convinced that it's okay to be a dummy. You don't have to strive to be a person to have a functioning brain and use your brain to build something in your community that can benefit everybody in your community, including yourself, because it looks better to be somebody that's twerking and working in the strip club and driving all these fancy cars and wearing all these fancy clothes and getting all these $20,000 bags. Even if you ain't got $20,000 to put in the bag, that's cost $20,000. They got people like Megan Thee Stallion, who might really be a man. You don't care because society, a lot of this leadership, they have really pumped and promoted that up. Be whatever you want to be. As long as it's something unrighteous, you can be that. Be that, whatever you want to be. And look at what so many people are choosing to be. Something that's ungodly. Something that's totally compromised. Something that is so satanic. Don't too many people want to choose to be something godly, something noble, something that has integrity, something that's going to help the community, something that's going to help themselves be the better version of themselves in society on social media. And that social media and these cell phones and this internet has been something so detrimental to so many of these people because they was already lost, and this internet and this social media is helping them and encouraging them to be bigger and better losers of themselves. They don't have any values. They don't have any core morals. They don't have a compass. They don't have... And they're so easily influenced. They so easily misled. Everywhere you go, you see them in their phone, in their phone, They're distracted in their phone, in their phone. And a lot of that stuff that they looking at in their phone is a bunch of trash. It ain't. Oh, and you stay, and a lot of them stay on their phone all the time. Okay, with all the information on the World Wide Web as it relates to the cell phone, all this information that you can just tap into at any time. Why are so many of these people out here still dumb as a box of empty rocks? Why are they still dumb? Because a lot of that stuff that they tuning into on the online is a bunch of trash. It's a bunch of nothing sandwiches, and that's what they are consuming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They can't get enough of the nothing sandwiches, and it's a shame. It's a shame. Satan has indoctrinated these folks and has got them addicted to these cell phones, addicted to the trash, and they can't get enough of it. And a lot of this leadership has promoted a lot of this by way of a lot of these celebrities who are nothing but trash bags. Most of them are dumb. Most of them don't even have a GED. Most of them, they can't even read or write at a fifth grade level. And they make it look so cool. It don't even matter if you're educated or not. It doesn't even matter if you try to go fill out a job application and you don't even know how to fill out a job application. So many of these people, they have to rely on other people. When I go to the library, I see it all the time. A lot of these guys, they just be laid back in the chair. Laid back in the chair. On their cell phone. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Stupid. Ooh. And while they got this hood rat sitting in the chair, she might know how to read and write at a seventh grade level. A little bit more than he can. But she know a little bit more enough to try to get through the job application as best she can, enough for him to possibly get the job. But then when he get the job, he gonna get frustrated because everywhere you go around the workplace environment, you got to know how to read something on the wall, a policy handbook as it relates to the procedures. Most everything nowadays, even when it comes to working on the garbage truck, it's computerized. You know, you got to know something as it relates to being literate. You got to have some level of literacy. And a lot of these people, they don't know nothing about literacy because they master in illiterate things. And the leadership of this society, they are complicit because they have not been pushing literacy as much as they have been pushing legalizing drugs, legalizing prostitution, legalizing guns. How can you fight gun crimes when you want to promote the guns for the criminals to buy? You can't do both. You're going to have to pick one. It's going to have to be one or the other. Either you want to fight crime or you don't. Which one do you want to do? Texas, there they go. The other day, they either in the process of legalizing guns where you don't have to have no license, no permit, no nothing. Just go and get your gun. Never mind the statistics. Whereas so many people in every city across America is steadily being impacted by gun violence every single day. I can't speak for everybody, but I am sick and tired of turning on the news and every day somebody, either individually or masses of people, have been gunned down. I'm so sick and tired of it. And then you got these fake activists and all this fake outrage. Oh, we need to pray for our city. We need to pray for the gun violence and all the crime. Oh, we need to get together and have a crime rally and a protest and march down the street just for one day. And then they tired. They tired of marching. They tired of protesting that one day for a few hours. If you're tired of it, why don't you keep marching? If you're tired of it, why don't you solicit some of these lawmakers to pass some tougher laws? If you're tired of it, why don't you tell on and snitch on your neighbor who you know is doing some suspicious activity, or you know he or she is directly doing something that's criminal and they know they ain't got no business doing it? But you won't say nothing because you are protecting them criminals. Even though you don't want to admit it, that's what you're doing. And silence is consent. When you don't say nothing, when you see these people out here committing crimes, you are complicit. And you are doing the same thing illegal that they are doing by default because you won't say nothing. And the person that they killing, their blood is on your hands because you didn't say nothing. And you could have prevented that from happening, but you won't say nothing because you want to be included in the clique of society. The leadership is complicit in the downfall of this society because, like I said, they have been promoting and legalizing all of these guns and drugs. Everything that we used to say no to, now you're saying yes, yes, yes. And a lot of these things that used to be illegal is now illegal because now Satan has built up his kingdom on the earth, and he has allowed a lot of these politicians to get a seat at the table and make some decisions. And now they are able to sign off and make it a law, everything and a lot of things that used to be illegal and detrimental to society to help create structure. Law and order. We need law and order and structure. Now there is disorder. We need order. But now, because a lot of these politicians have created all of these laws that have been detrimental to society, and now a lot of these people that was already lazy, now a lot of these politicians have been complicit in helping a lot of these people to be even more lazy. You used to have to work. And God says a man that don't work don't eat. Now, a lot of these people that don't work, they still eating. Because the leadership has accommodated their laziness. And maybe they're getting a kickback from it. Some kind of way. I don't know. And all of these millions of dollars. And they said we was in debt. They said the country was in debt. They said they couldn't afford to get a black people reparations, but they can get the Asian people reparations and all of these monies to help them combat all of this so-called hate that's being committed against them, but they can't afford to find any money or any attention to give to the black community as it relates to reparations. They said they'll think about it. We'll get back to you. But meanwhile, they can find a whole lot of money to give to Israel, to give to the Asians, to give to the Mexicans. Ooh, can we talk about the Mexicans? Oh, Donald Trump, he was trying to build a wall. Then Joe Biden came in and he said, stop the wall building. Stop. And let everybody through. And somebody said allegedly they giving each one of the Mexicans up to $15,000 and an EBT card and hotel accommodation, and not Motel 6, but they getting a nice hotels. Oh, they got people that's going over there in boats, getting as many of them as they want to get in the boat, and ain't nobody stopping them. Oh, the ICE agents, they've been told, I guess, to stand down. Just stand down. We're going to still pay y'all, but y'all just stand down and look at all that criminal activity taking place. Let everybody come through. Let all the Mexicans come through and do whatever they want to do. Well, what about COVID-19? It don't matter. We ain't going to test them. We ain't got time to test them. But everybody else, y'all need to get tested and get vaccinated. But all the Mexicans that might have COVID-19, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let them come on through, whether they coughing or not, or showing any signs or symptoms, or they done had any contact around somebody that's got COVID-19 over there in Mexico. Let them come on through. We ain't got time to swab their nose. Let them come on through and have a seat at the table. But meanwhile, when I get as an American, when I get attacked by a big black tranny, like I did 2 weeks ago, and I try to call the police to get some help and try to find the big black tranny, oh, because a lot of the leadership has made accommodations and told the trainers they can be whatever they want to be, and apparently they can do whatever they want to do, including attack a heterosexual black woman and get away with it because they come first. I come second, or I come last, or I don't come at all. Okay. Oh, the police is not really concerned. You know, they'll take their time getting over there. Oh, and I asked the police, can you run the camera? Oh, no, we can't do that. It's up to the investigator, and they may or may not be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? They're not really concerned. But if it was me, a heterosexual black woman, attacking the big black tranny, oh, the National Guard would have got called out. Possibly. And it would have been a state of emergency. They would have had to pull all the cameras in America to find out what really happened and immediately get some justice on behalf of the big black tranny. Yes, because the leadership has made accommodations for a lot of these different groups because they have, in my opinion, an agenda. So anyway, a lot, and I heard somebody talking about this last night. Able-bodied man, they make it difficult. The leadership make it difficult for an able-bodied man to get public assistance. Oh, he got to go through so many screenings, and so many people got to decide if he's eligible and worthy to get some help. But an able-bodied woman with children, she don't even have to prove herself. All she got to do is just show up and say, I need some help. I need some help. And everybody going to help her. But a single woman like myself, whether I'm able-bodied or handicapped or elderly or whatever, mentally ill, whatever, we're going to have to go through a whole lot to get some help. But the single mother, she can be as irresponsible as she want to be with her able-bodied self. She going to get some help just because she got all them children. And I was looking at some big old able-bodied hood rats a while ago with them hair bonnets on their head, standing over there in the parking lot at the grocery store getting all of that grocery because the leadership has made it possible for them to get bigger and bigger and bigger and almost about to bust from all of them GMO snacks and all that unhealthy food, while on the other hand they want to promote a healthy America. But they let these hood rats just be loose in the grocery stores with all of these food stamps. But somebody like me, if I fall on hard times, all I might be able to get is $15. What the can I give with $15? What? No, they don't even matter about how long I've been working and how much I have contributed to society and the tax base. It don't even matter. But a hood rat who ain't never worked and don't want to work, she can get what she can. They'll bust the bank for her. She can go in the grocery store and get 5 big baskets full of food. But somebody like me, who's been working and trying to contribute to society and progress myself in society, improve myself in society, all I might be able to get, after I have to go through all of this extensive screening, maybe $15. But a hood rat who ain't contributing nothing but her puss, they'll give her unlimited financial aid and assistance, housing, not in a dangerous side of the city. No, they'll put her on the nice side of the city and give her all kind of free furniture, baby baskets, baby buggies, baby strollers, baby wipes, unlimited diapers, daycare, whatever, bus passes, Uber passes, whatever she needs. I know what I'm talking about because I done seen it again and again and again with my own two eyes and my own two ears and my two nostrils and my one mouth. I seen it. I heard it. I smelled it. And I couldn't believe it. And I still don't want to believe it. But that's what it is. And next month, they're getting ready. They're getting ready to start giving them more. So they don't never have to work again. All they got to do is just keep on spreading their irresponsible legs to a loser and getting popped with another baby and another baby and another baby. And somebody in social services and leadership capacities is going to make accommodations for them. Oh, they don't have to worry about nothing. Because the way is already laid for them. And they know it. They know it. That's why they can disturb the community all night long. Because they don't work. They don't work. That's why they can twerk all night and all day. That's how they can be rebellious as they are and fight all day and all night and all over the city and record themselves tearing down the store, tearing down each other, and then turn around Black Lives Matter while they fighting each other in the same breath. While they killing each other in the same breath. While they being irresponsible in their community and tearing their own community down in the same breath. It don't have to make sense. Because they are nonsense species of people. And somebody is getting a kickback under the table or on top of the table. I just don't know who it is and how they doing it. But it's got to be lucrative to somebody. And next month, the hood rats, the single baby mamas, they're going to get more as if they already wasn't getting enough. $300 per child starting next month. On top of the extra food stamps. Never mind the fact they on Facebook. Anybody want to buy some food stamps? Which is illegal. Oh, the leadership act like they Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder. They don't see that. And even if you call them, they don't care. They're not going to look into it. But they're going to look into you if you keep on calling and find out who you are and make it about you instead of making it about what it is. Because they cover for the wrongdoers. And they slap the hands of the people who stand for righteousness, decency, and order. Because this has become a corrupt society. And almost everybody's dirty. But they don't want you to say that. They pretenders. They like to pretend like everything's clean, everything's right, ain't nothing wrong. Everything's in order. Everybody be quiet and just keep it moving. And get your food, your little stimulus checks, your extra food stamps, if you can get them. And your PPP loans, even if you don't qualify. Just hope that you don't get caught. If you're affiliated with the right person, you may not get caught. Get all of those goodies while the leadership do what they doing, which may or may not be right, and everybody keep it moving. Except the righteous people. They're going to be held accountable. You know, they may not be able to get all these goodies that the unrighteous people are getting. You know, just watch them do their thing and don't say nothing. Lock your lips. If you say something on social media, your page might get compromised. Okay, it might. But I'm not surprised about all of this because I heard about this generation was coming. The Bible is being fulfilled. Satan has built up his kingdom. That Satan has more followers. Somebody said Satan got, I can't prove it, but somebody said, and see, every time I talk about Satan, all that noise, he saw all that noise right there. Somebody said that Satan might have more followers than God. That might be true. But God, even if, and see, it's not a popularity contest, but you know, even if that's true, that Satan has more followers than God, God still has the upper hand because he got more power in his hands. It's in his hands. And I'm so glad that God has the last say. He got the mainstay. He is the way. Even if a lot of these satanic people and people that's under the influence of Satan is going the wrong way, God is still the way. He ain't his word and his ways and his will ain't never changed. Even if you change and you don't stay the same, God is still the way. And any other way is retarded, it's satanic, and it's gonna fail. Even if it don't fail today, even if it don't fail tomorrow, it's gonna fail. And a lot of these church people, they are complicit in this too, because a lot of them done got tired of living for Jesus. A lot of them done got tired of working for the Lord. A lot of them got but hey, and a lot of these church folks, they used to speak out against all this wrongdoing, but now Satan and his people, they done bullied a lot of these church folks into submission. And they started working on the infrastructure of the church folks in the church body, the body of Christ, because they made the body of Satan look so tantalizing. And they started twerking, all of them satanic folks. And Jezebel, Jezebel got her daughters out here twerking and making it seem so wonderful to be a prostitute and suck on these penises when times get hard. You know, the church folks, they be like, ooh, I need some money. Oh, it's kind of tight. I've been praying a mighty long time and ain't nothing came through yet. God said you got to be steadfast, but a lot of these church folks, they got a limited time when they want the blessings to flow through. Even if they really may not even be deserving of the blessing. Or it may not even be time for the blessing to come on through and manifest. Oh, they go satanic. A possible satanic person I'm pulled up beside me. They always find me. They always find me. Woo! See, that's another way. That's another way Satan be trying his best to distract me. Now see, I went out of my way, like I always do when I come out in these public streets, in these public parking lots. I go out of my way to be in a secluded section. But for some reason, they don't want to go. I thought they like to be amongst, bunched up into a crowd and go, you know. But they always find me when I be going out of my way to get away from them. And I have already determined it's the light in me. The darkness in these satanic folks, the darkness is attracted to the light. Yes. So I'm gonna always have a challenging time out here. I'm gonna always have conflict with these folks. And I made peace with it. I made peace with it. They gonna always seek me out, just like they do here on my YouTube channel. The darkness, the children of darkness, they are offended by the light in me. They are offended by the righteous words coming out of my mouth. And one thing about the children of darkness, I have come to realize they are bullies, singularly and collectively. They bullies and they cowards. And they are intimidated by godly people and righteous minded people like myself because they fear that I might say something and I have the capacity, might have the capacity to influence someone who's asleep and under a comatose state of by satanic folks, and they might wake up, and then they might have an influence on to to say something to somebody else that's under the influence of Satan, and it'll be a domino effect. See, that's why my mouth, my mind, my body, my soul, it's a threat to the forces of darkness. I understand my value. I understand why I cannot be compromised. I am a threat to the forces of darkness. They are very intimidated by me because I'm a child of God and I won't change my mind. And God has cleaned me up and making me better. And the satanic folks, they want me to be worse. They want me to be like them. If I was just like them, I wouldn't have no problem. They wouldn't be bothered by me. They'd be sharing my videos and telling all their family members and friends and telling them, oh, you need to go subscribe to her. You need to go follow her. Donate to her. Donate to her. And they be sending me all kind of cash apps. My cash app, it'll be just ringing while I'm talking right here on my video. Every time I do a video, it'll just, that money just be dropping. Yeah. Because satanic folks, they love to support trash. They love to support trash. And you don't even have to ask them to. They do it willingly and voluntarily. That's why I have made peace. That's why I ain't never said, oh, please donate. I have said you can donate, but I ain't never begged for the donations. I ain't never begged or said, oh, please subscribe to my channel. Please share my videos like a lot of these satanic folks do that y'all support. Yeah, I ain't never said it. And guess what? I ain't gonna never say it. I sure ain't. Because people, I have come to realize, people support what they want to support, and people do not support what they do not support. So I have made peace with the fact that a lot of these people are not going to never support me. They ain't going to never donate to me. And that's all right. And my numbers may never go up in this satanic realm, on this satanic platform. I'm okay with it. I may not never get a blue check, but I'm already verified by God. And that's the verification that matters. I'm already number one with God. And if I help save one soul and make one person better and make one person think about turning away from this satanic world and turning to God, I done did my job. Mission accomplished as far as my YouTube presence or my social media presence overall. My goals are not your goals. We are not the same people. I'm not validated by the things that you validated by. I don't desire the same things that you desire. My language is not your language. Your language is not mine. I don't see the things in this world that you the same way that you see them. Because I'm not in this world. Well, I'm not of this world, but I'm in this world, and I'm just passing through on my way home. And that's the mindset that I have. And if God and as God enlarges my territory, that just makes me more comfortable while I'm walking through this realm. And sometimes I'm gonna have to suffer. That comes with the territory. Some days gonna be pretty bad. Some days gonna be pretty rough. Some days gonna be pretty tough. But that's just a period of time. God is making it better. And God is allowing me to be taken through that process to build me up and make me a better woman and a better servant for Him. Because it's using those circumstances and those experiences for a teaching moment to help me, to help other people. It's not about me. And I used to think it was about me. It's not about me. And a lot of times I get caught up in how I feel. And it's not about my feelings and about my feeling. That's a very selfish emotion about how I feel. It's about God and the process that He's taking me through. And that's making me better. That's making His people better. It's building up His kingdom. It's edifying His kingdom. And that's what matters. He's taking me through a process. He's making me a better person. And it's about walking in spirit and in truth. It's not about walking in my feelings. And that's where a lot of people get messed up. And the person I used to be is not the person I'm going to be. And if that offends you, that's what you got to deal with. I'm excited about who God is making me into and who he's brought me out of. And if it wasn't for my past, who a lot of people try to demonize and hold me hostage to, I wouldn't be the person who I am. Thank God for the past. But I don't live there anymore. If you want to stay there, that's up to you. You're welcome to do that. I won't deny the past. I might acknowledge it whenever it's appropriate, but don't think I'm going to constantly dwell in that and wallow in that, and you going to have me feeling bad about it. No. I feel good. I celebrate that because it made me into the better woman that I am today. If I wasn't the person I used to be, you wouldn't be able to acknowledge the person who I am right now and be threatened by the person I'm going to be. You better be more threatened. If you are threatened about the person who I am, you better be more threatened about the person that God is taking me into the person that God is making me into being, instead of the person who I used to be. You should be more intimidated by the person who God is going to make me be. And that's the real problem. You know where God is taking me to. You know where God is what he's going to do with me, what he's doing with me right now. And you intimidated by that. That's why you spend so much time trying to compromise it and sabotage it and try to block it. But let me tell you something. You can't take nothing from me but notes. Satanic folks. You can't take nothing from me but notes. And you can't block what God has already blessed, and you can't never compete by what you don't compare to. Okay? And you can't never figure me out. Stop trying to email me and try to get in my brain. Stop trying to get closer to me to figure me out. You ain't gonna never do that. You ain't gonna do nothing but to get yourself tired and exhausted and wore out, because I'm like a chameleon. I'm always changing. And sometimes I play dumb to throw you off. I'm an uncommon woman. I'm an uncommon woman. But as I look around, as I do every day, I ask God to keep me different. Whether it's in cyberspace or in these streets. when I see a lot of these satanic folks doing the things that they doing and being the people that they are, one thing that I can appreciate, they are totally transparent. You know, they used to live behind the veil. They used to live behind a facade. They used to pretend that they were somebody who they are not. But since the pandemic, it has revealed a lot of people's true nature. It has brought out the best in them. So when they say they're living their best life, I used to think they were lying, but now I realize they really telling the truth. They really are living their best life as it relates to who they really are. And I used to think the pandemic was going to humble a lot of people and draw them closer to God. But the pandemic actually, it made them worse than who they already was. And it drew them closer to Satan. So I salute the pandemic in that regard. And I would say something else, but that is not appropriate. I'll keep it right there. I'll keep it right there. And maybe next time it'll manifest. Yeah. As it relates to the purge in the process. And all of these satanic folks doing all of this satanic stuff. I used to wonder why they was being allowed to do all of this. And in the last 2 months, it's like the leadership has just stepped to the side and been told by Satan to stand down. But I remember reading this meme, and it's one of my favorite memes, that says something to the effect, be careful when it looks like evil prevails, because God could be setting them up. I don't see a whole lot of police patrolling the streets like they used to. That instead of patrolling the streets, they just make a occasional appearance. Meanwhile, the race car drivers, the drag racers, the speeders, they just keep on speeding and drag racing on down the street, right past the police. And the police be like Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder. They don't see it. I'm the only one that see it. A lot of the other race car drivers, of course, they ain't gonna say nothing. A lot of the speeders, the wrongdoers, they ain't gonna say nothing, because they want to continue doing all the wrong that they want to do. So now is their time to shine. All the wrongdoers doing whatever they want to do, and they getting away with it in a lot of cases. They like this moment. They able to just speed. They've been wanting to do it anyway. So now they can just speed and go about 100 miles per hour or close to that, as much as they want to. So it seems like to me I'm owed a refund on all the tickets that I get as it relates to speeding. I think I'm due a refund. Because now, just like the people that was thrown in jail for drugs, for marijuana, and now that it's legal, seems like they ought to let them folks out that's in jail and prison now for marijuana, since they done legalized it. And then this state is not even legal as it relates to marijuana, but you would think, because everywhere you go, you smell it, and it smells terrible. A lot of these people that's on jobs, you think they outside smoking cigarettes, but you get a little bit closer to them as you getting close to the building, you realize they smoking dope. Earlier, I was at the grocery store, and this young dude that's outside, his job is to push the buggies, collect the buggies, and he was standing way away from the grocery store with that hood over his head like a gargoyle or a goon. I'm so sick and tired of looking at Satan's folks walking around with them hoods over their head. And then now that they wearing the mask, they used to complain about the mask, but now the criminals, they like to wear the mask because it helps them out. It helps them out. See how the leadership is also complicit in the status of this satanic society, all this crime. Do you see? Do you see? And this is their moment. The criminals, they already been wanting to do all this crime and get away with it. Now the leadership done stepped up and helped them out. Now, with the mask. Oh, now we got an excuse to wear the mask. So the criminal said, "This is perfect. Woo, I can do this, all this crime I've been wanting to do," says the criminal, in broad daylight, in a disguise. Can't nobody tell who I am. In the cameras, I can do it in front of the camera, says the criminal, and it don't matter. So they done took advantage of this in broad daylight every day, committing crimes, shooting folks, carjacking folks. That's why when I'm sitting in the parking lot like this, I do not let them get close to me. When they park close to me, I'm going the other way. I'm cranking up my car and I'm gone. I'm not gonna sit here like a sitting duck like a lot of people do. If you see somebody that look like they satanic, you know what satanic folks look like, and you gonna let them get close to you? That's not a wise thing to do. And that's what a lot of people do. You see these people ride slow down your street in your neighborhood. You know you ain't seen them before. You know they look like they don't belong. They out of place. They up to no good. Why would you sit there in your car and keep cleaning your car out and working on your car and with your back turned to them and let them get closer and closer to you? And then when they put a pistol up, upside your head, you surprised. God says in his word, watch and pray. Watch and pray. You're supposed to be watching. And then these nosy folks, what is all this watching when you're watching the wrong thing, and then your watching ain't doing you no good when it comes to certain set of circumstances. When it comes to certain circumstances, when it's time to tell on these criminal satanic folks, you ain't seen nothing. You don't know nothing. Your mouth is locked up. You're hiding and running in your house. Well, why ain't your nose where it counts? Why ain't your nose where it counts? Huh. They cover for a lot of these criminal folks. When it's time to tell on the criminals, they don't know nothing. They scared, so they say. They scared. So you gonna let the satanic criminal folks just take over the community? Because you scared? And that's your family member, that's your cousin, that's your brother, that's your uncle. You don't want to say nothing? Because it ain't cool to do the right thing. It's cool in the satanic world to do all this unrighteous things. And the leadership is complicit. Who is this? Quenisha. Quenisha, you get all these suggestions. Let me tell you something, Quenisha. No offense. There go another satanic person possibly parking in front of me. I gotta crank up this car. See what I'm talking about? They always want to get close to me. And then they gotta pretend like they want to pause and do this and do that. I'm not gonna let them have time to get that whole plot together. I'm gonna be gone like Speedy Gonzalez. They might catch me, but they gonna have a hard time catching me. They gonna be tired as a bitch. They gonna be tired as a bitch when they finally catch me. These criminals. I'm watching them. I'm gonna multitask. I'm gonna do all this talking on this live, and I'm gonna be watching them at the same time with these sunglasses on my eyeballs. Yes. I know how to multitask. So as I was saying, Quenisha, no offense, but y'all really get on my nerves with all these suggestions. Oh, Carmen, you need a spa day. In other words, you want me to shut up talking about these satanic folks and let them do what they want to do. In other words, you don't want me to condemn these satanic folks, Quenisha. You want me to just act like and pretend like I don't see what's going on around me and say anything to denounce it. You want me to conform, Quenisha. That's really what you're saying. I need a spa day. We ain't got time for no spa day. Y'all want to relax and be entertained. That's why your community is in the condition that it's in, Quenisha. Because you want to relax and be entertained, Quenisha. You want to take it easy. Why Satan is tearing down your territory and raising hell on every block. You ain't got time to relax and have a spa day. And I don't either, Quenisha. I don't either. We ain't got time for no spa day. Okay, well, it's time to do some work, Quenisha, and clean up this community and make Satan and his people uncomfortable. Okay, Quenisha, we ain't got time for no spa day. And then, Quenisha, you wanna suggest a spa day, but you ain't sent me not one cash app. I'm so sick of you. I'm so sick of y'all, Quenisha. I'm so sick of you. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I'm sick of you. I'm so sick of y'all. Woo! You don't want to do no work. All you want to do is something fun, like some overgrown children. Woo! When you gonna get out the hot tub, Quenisha, and do some work out here in these streets? You see what the leadership done did to your mind. It's got you in a comatose state. It's got you in a coma. It's got you in a functioning coma, Quenisha. It's got you in a coma, Quenisha. All y'all want to do is have fun and be entertained and do a bunch of fucking and sucking and just, ooh, Lord have mercy. And you want me to conform to that. You want to recruit me into that. I will not. I respectfully decline that invitation. Huh. You need a spa day. Ooh, do you know how offensive that sounds to me, Quenisha? I know you don't mean no harm, or maybe you do, but that's that's so offensive to me, Quenisha. In the middle, see what I'm talking about? That's why I want just members only posting comments on my channel. See what that does to me. You see what that energy does to me, Quenisha? You see? See, that's what I'm talking about, Quenisha. I had said that, and I'm gonna say it again. See, y'all want to get in that comment section and throw the whole conversation off. You don't want me to talk about what I'm talking about. You want me to talk about something silly. You want me to talk about something real over in left field. Oh, you want me to talk about the spa day? You don't want me to talk about the status of our society, which is more serious and dire. You want me to talk about spa day, so I guess I supposed to say, I sure do, Quenisha. I need me a spa day. I need me some relaxation, Quenisha. I sure do. I want to be rubbed down by a big old hand man. You want me to start talking